Hello everybody, QOTV here. Today I have a review of the Dayan Mf8 4x4 version 3. So if you haven't watched my first impressions of this cube, you can watch that video by clicking up here. So my first impressions of this cube were not good. Once the lubricating tension did, it sucked, it popped a ton, it was way too loose. And I couldn't tighten it at all. So I had some problems with this cube. So what I ended up doing was changing the core to a Dayan Zanchi core. And I found that it still gave me too loose of a tension, and it still popped, but it did help. So for a while I didn't know what to do. Then I decided to change it to cube fuse screws and springs. And I found that allowed me to get a tighter tension, and it worked out good. So now I have the cube at a tighter tension, and now it's okay. So let's just do a quick size comparison between a Shankshaw 4x4 version 3. So you can see they're about the same size. I think the Dayan Mf8 is a little bit bigger. It's 62 millimeters. I think this might be 60. So the size is fine. I don't have any problems with it at all. Going on to turning, the outer layer is actually pretty bumpy, but it turns nice. And the inner layers are really smooth, and they turn just as good. So overall, the turning is pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's as smooth as a Shankshaw, but it is smooth. Going on to the speed of this cube is very fast, so I'll just do some algorithms. The outer layers are pretty nice, and the inner layers are good as well. Comparing it to a Shankshaw version 3 modded, I have to say that the outer layers of the Shankshaw version 3 modded are faster than the Dayan Mf8 4x4 version 3, but the Dayan Mf8 4x4 version 3 inner layers are much faster. Overall, it's a nice speed, and I don't think that it would be slow for anyone. Going on to corner cutting this cube, this is where this cube shines to me. I can corner cut just about a QB every place on the cube, inner layers, outer layers, and in between. You can also reverse cut everywhere because of these big holes. So the corner cutting is exceptional. So now that you've seen this cube's performance and corner cutting, let's go on to the mechanism. Okay, so this is just a quick look at the mech. You can see that it is a ball type of thing, and whenever you do a double layer turn, that's when the ball will move. This piece is just being in the way. So yeah, inside here there is a screw. On three sides there is a screw. Not on this side, but it's kind of like a landline 2x2. These are the corners of the landline 2x2, and you don't adjust this screw here because that doesn't do anything. Going on to the actual pieces of this cube, this is an edge. You can see it kind of looks like a normal Dayan cube with all these scoops, and it's very smooth and rounded. Here's a corner piece, and again it looks exactly like a normal Dayan cube with these really big scoops and this triangle base. And here is the center, and it's got these weird bumps in here, and it has a cap, which I find is really pointless, but it's nice. And it actually sits in the cube underneath this ball type of thing, and it sits in like that. So overall, the mech is kind of complicated, but it's nothing I don't think anybody will have any problems with. I think that Dayan and Mf8 could have came up with a cube with a different mech, kind of like a V-cube mech, and they would have got the same results. But, you know, whatever they do is fine with me. So going on to pops and locks with this cube can pop still. It's very minimal. It doesn't really happen in a solve, but whenever you try and do a more extreme corner cut, there's usually a piece that will pop out. Lockups, though, are just are comparable to a Shankshaw 4x4 version 3, unmodded, but discluding the catching problems. It doesn't have any problems really with lockups, but if you're kind of new to 4x4, you might have some issues. Overall performance of this cube is really nice. It feels okay to perform. I'll do a parity alg. The outer layers just feel kind of catchy. Like, they're fast, but when you try and make them flow, it just doesn't flow to me. But it's still pretty good. Here's it compared to a Shankshaw 4x4 version 3 modded. So yeah, it's pretty nice actually. This is not the original stickers. I did change these out for super bright stickers, which are my favorite, but I kept the black side that came with this cube because I don't like white on white. Overall, I would recommend this cube if you are willing to put some work into making this decent. If you'd rather just have a cube that's good to go out of the box and can get even better when it's breaking in, definitely go with something like the Shankshaw. Then again, this cube is $30 compared to a Shankshaw $10, so it's really what you'd rather spend your money on. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, you can go ahead and click like to show your support. You can also leave a comment asking about the cube or anything in general, and you can also answer the question of the video, which will be in the description. If you like my videos and you haven't done so already, you can also subscribe to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching again. Bye.